Hey guys, and welcome once again to the channel. Today I've got another modeling video for you, and we are going to have a look at Clairville. Now this is a non-prototypical town that I built, and this afternoon we had another blackout as usual. So I sat back and did a little bit of work to my town. It's usually adding small detail and doing a couple of repairs here and there. And I also filled up my dam at the back there. And I'm gonna take you on a tour. So let's get going. Right, to start the tour, we're going to start on the one side here. I've got a nice Mercedes-Benz truck unloading at the planters, feed and seed supply. This is a Woodland Scenics building. I've got some stuff right in front here. That's all being sold at the planters, feed and seed. There's some stuff down the alleyway there. Building's all nice and weathered up. Quite a dusty place this. In the front of this I've got some static grass over here. There's a video on the channel where you can go and have a look and see how to build your own static grass applicator. I'll drop a link to that into the description of this video. The street lights here in the front of the scene are all working street lights. Not maybe the best of the street lights. I'll drop in a video also of what it looks like in the dark. It's actually quite nice, but the problem with these lights are they are of the cheaper kind. So I'm looking to maybe replace them in future with LED lights. These are incandescent bulbs. I can't leave them on for too long because they get really hot, and one of them, let's have a look here, I think it's this one or the next one that has warped a bit because of the heat. These little lights are maybe not the best that you can get, but they do give a scene quite a nice little touch when it's in a dark environment. And I'll maybe replace them later on with some LED lights because they do tend to get a bit too warm, but they've got quite a nice color, and I just wired them up to a battery, and it gives quite a nice scene. On this side I've got a Fowler station building, and this is a station for Clairville. Got a nice bendy Seco bendy bus in the front here. Just gonna move the bus out of the way here. You can see I made a bit of a garden here in front of the station. Some flower bushes. There's a goods unloading. You can load goods and stuff. Some more static grass. Okay, the grass there didn't get enough water, so it's busy dying. Down the alleyway over there I've got some trolleys that you can, hoping the camera's gonna focus there, some trolleys that you can put your luggage on. Now the roads here on the layout, what I normally do with the roads is I smear the area that I want to do a road with that some of that Mod Podge glue that you get. Then I sift some building sand right onto that. After they dried quite nice, I vacuum up the area, and I make a mix of plaster and black powder paint, and I just brush that onto the area and then lightly spray it with some water, and it sets up nice to a nice road texture. It's quite a nice rough feel to it. Going on to the side here, I've got a bit of a guy doing some vendoring here. I'm just gonna move his vehicle out of the way here quickly. See if it's got a bit of a fruit stall there with some stuff that the people can buy before they get onto the train. And he's got some produce still left on the back of the truck that he's got here. Going over to the side here, I've got a police vehicle standing over here, police car. Then I've got a nice construction site over here with some printed let me see if I can get the camera in here. With some printed signage saying there's a detour, and you have to take some caution as there are some workers there. I printed those on my printer. Maybe not the best to do it on an inkjet printer. You don't always get the best quality, but it did come out as I wanted. So I've got a bit of a construction site going on here. I've got a Viking excavator here sitting here, and what I did is I took the excavator apart, the cab. I'll show you here, and I put a little construction guy into the excavator. It normally doesn't come with any people in it. That's a little prizer guy that I've got sitting in there, and they're busy excavating a ditch here with a pipe, and that pipe leads up to that water tower over there. I'm going to show you the water tower. Got a bit of a crossing there. So this afternoon I did put up some of this new fencing over here, so it's still hopefully drying over here, this fence that I've got here. And it's just to sort of to cordon off the area where the station ends and starts. And on this side I've got a water tower with some fencing around it, and I did do some weathering on the sides of the water tower. I also added a nice decal there to show it's sort of a advertisement for something. I've got another building. It's also a Woodland Scenics building with some law offices at the top, a confectionery shop at the bottom. This is a backside of the building. Coming around the side, I'll show you the front side of the building also now. There's a little park over here. On the front side of this building I've got a bookshop with some bicycles and a guy standing there. I've got a nice BMW standing in the parking lot. Here's a little dude over here mowing the lawn, and that's going out into the park. This is the park from the other side. It's got a bench with a guy sitting down there reading a newspaper. There's a rubbish bin over there, some flowers that I made. Coming over, I've got a small little type of pier, jetty type of thing. There's a guy sitting down here on the end. I still have to, I saw somebody said that it looks like he's feeling quite depressed and he might just want to jump into the water. Now I might just give him a little stick to show that he's currently busy fishing. Now this dam I made by just building it out and then filling it with some resin. I'm going to show you the type of resin that I use. I did this resin this afternoon. It's still setting up. So it's going up to the side, having a look at the front side of the station. I've got a couple of people waiting for the train over here. The problem that I have at the moment is that I don't have a passenger coach in any of my rolling stock. So I'm afraid these guys are gonna wait forever. That guy's even got a broken leg. And they are actually gonna wait forever for the train to arrive, because I don't have a passenger coach as of yet. There's a small waiting room over there. There's trolleys that the people can use to put their luggage on. That's also a storage facility. I've got some wooden fencing over here. That's the back side of the Planters Feed and Seed over there. The fencing I also made, and I weathered the planks one by one, which was maybe not something that I'll attempt again, but it did give me quite a nice effect. And that's the back of the Planters Feed and Seed. Now for the water in my dam, and you can see it's still looking quite wet. It's got a nice shiny effect to it. I'm using this product. It is a Craftex Pratley Glow product. I buy it from my local art shop or art store dealer, and it's got two little bottles on the inside that you mix together, and then you just pour it, and it sits in about 24 hours, and it's got a nice clear effect to it. So what I did is I took some sand from the garden, I just sifted it out, and that made the base for this dam. And as soon as that dried up, I just used the resin and I poured that into the dam. So I did a second pour this afternoon, just so that I can lift the level of the dam a bit, because it was a bit on the low side and some of the bushes were coming out that were supposed to be underwater, and it's now got a nice effect. Now coming up, I've got a bit of a waterfall here. The waterfall is made from cling film and some silicone. I saw this technique from a YouTube channel by Kathy Millard, and Kathy used some cling film and some silicone, and she made a waterfall from that. So I thought, hey, why not, let's try and do it. And I must say, it is quite a nice effect that I've got. What I also did is I put some of that prattly resin at the top to give the rocks quite a bit of a wet effect to it. Then over here in the corner, I've got a product that I got, and it's this one over here. This is a Reeves medium gloss gel. So as soon as the rest of the resin is dried up or set, now in this little corner you can see there's still a bit of a wet spot, but the water now looks like it is like really water. Over here it's got a nice shiny effect to it, but water is never that calm. Even with a waterfall in the area, the water can't be that calm. There's no ways. So I'm gonna use that gloss gel, and I'm gonna do the whole of the water with that effect. I only did this little part to make sure that I'm not gonna mess up the whole dam in one shot. So that is really giving me the effect that I want, and I'll be doing the rest of the dam with all of that. But this is first got to set up, so it's going to take about 24 hours before this is all set. And there's some trees over here in this mountainous area, and there you go, guys. That is I'm going to give you sort of a drone shot from here, just give you an idea of what it looks like. I've got my train set up there for the video. And that is my third layout. That's sort of a small town and station all combined into one. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tour. This is the third model that I've got. I've got a couple of more things that I want to build on this module. I usually like the smaller detail type of things, so I'm always looking for ways that I can build more detail to my layouts. And I'll see what I can add to this one, and then maybe bring you another video in the future. Please drop me a like if you like this one. I'll see you next one. Cheers.